Hi everyone, Chloe with Love here, and today I'm going to be breaking down the episode of Real Housewives from New Jersey from April 14th, 2021. And this episode was a great example of the fact that you absolutely cannot negotiate a feeling. Okay? Feelings exist or they don't exist, but you can't argue with somebody about whether or not they have a feeling. And at the beginning of this episode, Jennifer is trying to tell her mom that she shouldn't be upset about her husband, that she should just let it go and get on with her life and move forward. And in a way, this comes across as gaslighting.
I still think you should have went.
No, I couldn't.
You would have went and hung out with your little grandson. She is stealing all the joy that could be in her life, all because she's mad at my dad.
Later in the episode, Jennifer goes to the psychic party at Teresa's house. And it's really interesting because literally the psychic tells her, you need to acknowledge your mom's feelings. Your mom perceives herself and feels abused by your father. And she thinks that you're on your father's side. And this hits Jennifer really hard because she doesn't really want to take sides with her parents. And for the first time, she has to hear it from an outsider, but it makes sense to her. Yeah, my mom does think she's abused. And she realizes with the help of the psychic that just her mom having that feeling is enough for her to acknowledge it and cherish it.
Does she perceive herself as an abused woman?
Yes, she thinks that he abused her.
Yes.
Oh.
She's so hurt. She thinks you're enabling the father. So I need you to say to your mother, Mom, you're right. And I love you and I support you.
Ancestors are almost reminding me about the importance of my mother-daughter bond.
Let her know that you're on her team.
So I have to let my mom know that how she feels matters to me.
So when she sees her mom later, she takes a different approach. She acknowledges her mom's feelings. She tells her she understands. She tells her that she loves her just as much as her dad. And even though Jennifer herself doesn't see the abuse, didn't witness what her mom is talking about per se, she really validates her mom's experience, and it means so much to her mom for her to say that.
That everything that you've been feeling lately, that you are right. And that I need to acknowledge that you feel like you were emotionally abused.
Yes.
I cannot tell you you're wrong in the way that you feel, if that is your truth.
I didn't mean.
That like all I care about is my dad's happiness. I care about your happiness just as much. Honestly, I really needed to hear that.
The dad gives a little pushback and he's like, I never abused her, blah, blah, blah. And of course, that's common for an abuser to say.
Sir, is there any time abuser?
No, Daddy, I never saw anything. But if she believes that she's abused, she has the right to feel how she's gonna feel.
It's not beating people is abuse. Emotional abuse, it's worse.
Not common. Boss, you never be happy.
I was happy before I was fat.
You lie.
You see? Thank you. I'm lying.
Sometimes abusers don't know that they're doing the abuse or they're unconscious of it. But that doesn't mean that that person didn't experience abuse. And clearly Jennifer's mom is really upset about it. It really damaged her. She got married at 16, which is still a kid. And she can't stuff it down anymore. She's suffering from it, and this pain needs to be processed. So Jennifer's affirmation and understanding of that is so crucial, because honestly, if she didn't understand her mom's pain, her mom might manifest that pain as disease. If she can't express it to somebody and be heard and seen and recognized, she might get sick from the pain. So this is a really good episode. It's a really good example of the way that things have changed and the way that our awareness has elevated to understand that yes, you have to acknowledge people's feelings, and that cherishing somebody's feelings, especially your own feelings, is really an act of love. So if you're interested in learning more about this work, please hit me up for a private appointment. Check out my IG, Chloe's_consciousness_training, or my website, chloe'sconsciousnesstraining.squarespace.com. And you can learn more about transactional analysis, androgynous semantic realignment, and the tools that help you balance your yin and yang energy to get what you want out of life, and especially your most intimate relationships. See you next time.